My shape up better, my car faster, my drip better, my clothes fit better, my hoes better, my tattoos better. I'm stronger than you, my bitch thicker than yours, my guns bigger than yours. Nigga, my guns bigger than yours. I talk better than you, I hustle better, I can get $1 quicker than you. I talk better, I walk better, my shoes fit me better, I get paid more than you, my crew with me.
You guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Happy whatever day it is when this video actually gets released. As you can see by the title, in this video I'll be doing the top 5 SMGs in season 13, and this was actually a suggestion in the comments. It should be on screen right now. And before I start, I want to say I'll probably be doing subscriber class videos in the future, so if you have a class that you'd want me to put in a video, just go ahead and comment it and I'll see what happens. So there are actually a good amount of SMGs in the game, so these are in fact my opinion, but I'll try my best to like explain why I think that these guns that I will say are the positions that they're at. So be sure you go ahead and subscribe if you're new with the bell on, and also it means a huge deal if you just go ahead and hit that like button. It does help out a lot in terms of YouTube's algorithm. At number 5 we have sitting the Cordite, and I know that I don't really need to explain why too much because we all know that the Cordite can be an absolute beast of a gun.
It's funny because you won't be back.
It was actually the best gun in the game pre-Gunsmith, but then COD Mobile actually nerfed it pretty badly. It is still one of the top SMGs in the game to this day, but it is far from being one of the top meta guns overall. And in my opinion, there are 3 downsides to the Cordite. The first one being the flinch on it is just horrible, but with the right attachments and the toughness perk, then that can easily be fixed. It also has a bit of a horizontal recoil sometimes depending on the attachments that you put on. The accuracy was a problem for me a while ago, but COD actually did nerf the accuracy, and that is what I believe gave the Cordite a slight comeback in a sense. I was actually gonna put the AGR at number 5, but after trying it out I just saw that this is probably one of the worst guns in the game right now because it basically just shoots marshmallows and it has a accuracy of 28, which makes your shots just so inconsistent. The Cordite is also one of the most versatile SMGs because it does pretty good at mid-range, and it can also get away with a few shots at long range as well. So guys, this is the loadout. You don't have to, but it's there just in case. So let's move on. At number 4, in my opinion, I would have the QXR, and regardless of what anyone would want to say, I still do believe that this is a pretty average gun. You know, it doesn't really have anything too special in my opinion. The thing that I actually really found strange about this gun is, unlike other SMGs, it does do good at close range, yes, but it actually dominates mostly at mid-range. It can actually be a lot of assault rifles at mid-range, and that is, if you did see the video that I did make on the QXR in the past, you'd have seen that I was always trying to like stay back and play a bit more passive rather than, you know, run up and stuff. In terms of damage, this is actually very similar to the AGR. At 5 meters it actually does 23 damage to the chest, which is a 5-shot kill, and at 20 meters it is a 6-shot kill, and I wouldn't suggest trying to fight anyone, especially if they have a AR going over 20 meters. So the difference that this actually has with the AGR and what makes it miles better is of course the accuracy. It also has a faster firing rate, so you will obviously kill a lot faster, but overall this is a pretty average gun in my opinion, and it is best used at range. I'd say like 10 to 15 meters or so, but again, it's still pretty decent. At number 3 is my personal favorite SMG, the QQ9, and ever since this was released it has been my favorite SMG, and I'm very disappointed in the COD Mobile community for, you know, taking this out of the meta spot, because I really think that the QQ9 is actually a pretty decent gun, and the reason why I actually didn't put it higher was because I didn't really want to let my bias get into the way. So the QQ9 is actually very similar to the QXR, however at most ranges you will need 1 less shot to kill, and the QQ9 actually does a lot better at very close ranges than the QXR does. As you can see on screen right here, at close range it does 25 damage, which is a 4-shot kill. Mid range it is a 5 to 6-shot kill, and at very long ranges it is a 7-shot kill. You probably won't get a lot of kills at long range because not all of your shots will go on target, because the further the distance, then the QQ9's recoil will start to kick in, so it's not really good at range. But this is a close range monster with only a 4-shot kill, and it also has such a high fire rate. And prior to the Gunsmith being released, I did say that the one problem that I actually had with the QQ9 was that the range was just very horrible. However, a few attachments came out and I did make a build that was pretty ideal for range. At number 2 is the Rust 79U, and it's no doubt that this would be up here as one of the best SMGs in the game right now, because it is the most used SMG right now, I think, and it is also one of the only SMGs that have, survived through this assault rifle phase of the game. And what I do believe makes this gun so good is actually the versatility. Out of all the SMGs being used right now, this actually does the best at mid-range, close range, and you can also get away with some shots at long range as well. At 5 meters, it does 26 damage headshot, 24 to the chest region, and anything below the waist is 21 damage. So at close range, it would be a 4-shot kill, which is slightly worse than the QQ9, especially bringing in the rate of fire into account. But here's actually what is very unique about the Rust. It does the same damage at 10 meters that it does at 5 meters. And when you go to 20 meters, the damage does not drop as much as it does with the other SMGs. So it is still a pretty good mid-range gun. There's nothing special at close range, but as I said, right now it is in a assault rifle meta. Most of the fights are at mid-range. That's why I think that this gun is doing so well right now. And finally, the number 1 SMG in COD Mobile Season 13 is the Chicom, which is a 3-shot kill burst gun, pretty much the fastest killing SMG right now in the game. Now, but seriously, the number 1 gun in the game right now, and this should be absolutely no surprise, is the GKS. Now, the GKS right now, I do think that this is very similar to the HG40 when it was in its prime. In terms of how versatile it actually is. So at 5 meters, this actually does more damage than every gun that I did mention, as at 5 meters, it does do 28 damage to the chest, 36 damage at headshot, and shots below the waist does the same damage as the chest area. So it doesn't matter where you do shot people, and this is also pretty useful for people who drop shot. Now when you do go to 10 meters, it is the same thing. It does the same damage at 5 meters and at 10 meters. And what sets this gun apart from any other SMG is when we go to 20 meters, as you can see, it is the same damage that is done, 28 shots to the chest and below the waist, and 36 at headshots. And at 36 shots, which is pretty long range, you will see a decrease in the damage that it does. And the only downside that I do see about this is that at some point it does have a bit of the horizontal recoil to it that is kind of hard to control, but if you put on the right attachments, then that should be no problem at all. This is pretty much the most versatile SMG right now. It does good at every single range, as you can see. So guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you did enjoy, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you have not yet. We are almost at 10k subscribers. Also go ahead and hit that like button. It only takes 1 second and it does help out the video a lot.